Part 1. Frozen Music, Chicago, 1890 to 91. A picture showing the skyline of Chicago in 1889. Chapter 1. The Black City. Chicago is a busy, dangerous place in the late 19th century. Thousands of people enter and leave the city every day. Women are beginning to be freed from the home to work as stenographers and secretaries, and new dangers begin to follow them, both at home and at work. That is in addition to all the other dangers that plague the city, including trains that run someone over at least once a day, fires, accidental death, as safety standards are not what they could be, and even murder. Jealousy and anger are often the motivation for killing, and Chicagoans congratulate themselves that there has not been a case similar to that of Jack the Ripper, who killed women only 2 years ago in London and who had captivated the attention of the United States. In 1890, a handsome young doctor arrived in Chicago. He was soon lost in the crowds, trailed only by letters from his victims' families, wondering where their daughters were. Chapter 2. The Trouble is Just Begun. On February 14, 1890, the Congress of the United States was deciding which city to hold the next World's Fair in. In 1889, Paris had hosted a fair that had been amazing, with displays of science and architecture that were beyond anyone's experience. The highlight had been the Eiffel Tower, the huge steel structure rising from the center of the city. The U.S. felt that they had been shown up in the 1889 fair. Their exhibitions had been disorganized and lackluster, and the Eiffel Tower had stolen what Americans thought was their rightful title, that of the best steel workers in the world. Competition among cities for the new fair's location was fierce, including New York, Washington, D.C., and St. Louis in addition to Chicago. Leading Chicago's bid was Daniel Burnham and his partner John Root. These men had started as small-time architects, but a contract to build a mansion for meatpacking magnate John Sherman led to larger jobs. The two together were responsible for the first building to be called a skyscraper, the Montauk. Chicago was chosen as the site of the new World's Fair. Now, Root and Burnham were trying for the World's Fair, a project that would make their careers or destroy them. The whole country would be watching, hoping that they could equal or surpass the fair the French had put on the previous year.